Hi. Today we're going to talk about, right now we're going to talk about Copilot, right? So what I have here, in the typical environment, if you have not used Copilot before, this on the left-hand side, I'm showing the app. I'm going to hit the Windows C key and put Copilot, so it's an app. If you don't see this, then you need to download it from the Microsoft Store and then you'll get it. I don't think it comes as default. You do need to activate it. But default, when you have a new computer, it does come in an Edge. So I'm using Edge right here. So let's go ahead and open this over here. And I want to talk to you about the differences between these two. There's ways to use Copilot. Now, first of all, the simple way is when you have something on the screen, right? So when you have something on the screen, and let's just come back over here. I'm going to minimize this so you know that I'm talking over here about this on the left hand side. Go ahead and bring this up over here and come over here. So let's see what it can do for us. View product insights, right? Um, something, what people say, that's fine. So I was doing a little scanning over here, looking at the price changes and everything like that. Um, what are the dimensions? Of course, I see it over here. Oh, yay. See, I like this one, this Copilot a lot, um, within the Edge. And again, we're going to talk about this because it's very colorful, right? It's a good hybrid between giving you direct, but also just enough information that it's a direct but nice and easy to memorize information. And these things copy and paste out of here. If I copy this and if I put it in the right format, these little symbols, these bullets will come in. I forgot this if this is a markup or markdown, but it does paste into markdown languages. Some that might be discussed later. So it gives you some information. Now let's do something a little nice and interesting, right? So find me. Okay. So I was asking it to spot it to me visually. There is a way to do that. And let's see, we can go to settings. Anyways, we won't introduce that. So these are my conversation. It can give you information about the page. I have gotten it to highlight um, before on the page. So you might want to experiment with that. But my point is, back to the things that we have showed before, is that it can give you information on a page, but some of the other things are going to go ahead and uh, come back over here and say, what? Right. So we talked about Python, right? This is how you can get a quick start, bounce around your ideas, right? So Python right here. and this goes recursive into the directories. So that's how we're expanding upon the architecture. You can copy this like this, and it pastes into the text files that you're working on, the Python files, and it gives you a little bit of information. The same thing is you can read your files in. Um, Sometimes it does not read it. Again, I like this one. Um, let's see if I had a directory. Let me go ahead and go to my demos. Bring in the Python. See how it does this? Different file type. Okay. Because it picks up as it's not like a text or a PDF. Oh, great PDFs or whatever. People like to read them. But you want to do is something like this over here, and you can work with it and say, I selected, I'll copy it and paste. Um, and then right away, you don't have to do anything else and just say in this file at the bottom. Um, you see, you just add it over here. Okay. And so now it's picking up. This is the beauty of it. So it's giving you some organizational tools. I know that number 8 came down over here, the 8 operation, and it says it gives you the end, right? So you can copy and paste into your file. A7, 8, and then paste it. Where is it asking us? Now here's the thing, right? Is you do have to think a little bit, right? And so it's great. You don't have to type a lot, but you do have to think what it's doing, right? Where do I put this? Did I already import the operating system over here? Let's go ahead and think. This is a function, and then it acts upon the function. So it looks like it's pretty standalone except for that import statement. So whatever it did here, we can just add to it and get rid of the import statement, right? So it's a little more calm. You're not worried about the syntax, right? You're worrying about what you want, getting you to think about it, right? It's giving you back the information completely. Same thing for PowerShell. Do a little bit of experimenting. Again, the copy and paste works. And now let's go back to when you're talking about one subject that you want to do. And again, I like Copilot, right? Copilot is great, right? They did a wonderful job, Microsoft. Thank you, Microsoft. Thank you, Copilot. Um, People talk about other AIs and stuff like that, but the structure set up and the way it gives you back information. And now don't be fooled. There's other advertisements about all the AIs, but I'm sticking with Copilot. Thank you for the wonderful things that it can do. Um, Now the differences between this, I like this interface, keeping it in the web, because um, the app answers you a little bit differently. Uh, there's something that brings it down a level. It's a little bit too casual, and it's different than this, right? So there's different flavors, right? So what did I do over here? Okay. Um, I like the interface. It's more or less there. Let's see. Can you give me information? I'm going to copy. What about Amazon over here? Paste the Amazon page. See, I'm not even typing correct, right? Okay. You don't have to worry about things like that. You can be very short. That's the good thing, right? how it compresses. And look at how I'm not forming like the complete set. And then, no, let's go back even again. That's it. All I did was say size. So shorten it and then use it and get the information out. It'll pick up on casual lingo and such so things, right? Now, I'm saying the two, and now there's a weird thing that I don't understand. So over here, right, open the sidebar. Here's my conversations. Over here on this one, it's on the right hand side. Here's my conversations. They're the same, right? And so it titles your conversation. If you're going to introduce a new topic, then what you want to do is where am I? Create a new conversation. And you can explore with pages and stuff like that. On this one, it's not on this side. So here, it's create a new conversation, right? Now, so we're talking about the difference between a something web-based. Probably there's different items here, elements, because they are limited to web-based programming in here, and they did something a little bit different, right? Maybe they're forced to it, or maybe it was just the actual design. Over here is an app, right? So there's just little differences. So explore the two again. On my experience with many times chatting with the Copilot is that the Copilot within Edge is great. It's a little bit more flavorful to my liking, what I use it for. Now, the app on the phone Copilot is a very low level, super casual, wordy. I don't use it. I rarely use it. I do not like talking to it. It's too wordy. So for many people, it's that's your thing, and I cannot get it to be short like these two. I wish it was. I wish I could talk directly to my computer when I'm out, which is my phone. But again, the lingo is a lot more casual and lengthy. Typing in the text is different than talking audio. The text is way better. And that's it. So enjoy the Copilot and a part of this. And I hope the combination brings you some fruit to show and some motivation to get things done quicker on your computer. Thank you very much.